Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles. So if you're wondering why this episode is labeled S, or Sidequest in the title, that's because that's exactly what this is, in an effort to condense this series slightly better, so that people that only want to watch, like, the main story, and not get bogged down by the hours and hours of Sidequests that we're going to inevitably have to do here and there, I figured I'd just label some of these videos as Sidequest, and just kind of put them up separate. So if you do want to watch and hang out while Shell and I kind of low-key podcast our way through a bunch of monster fighting and resource gathering, then cool and welcome. And if you aren't interested, that's totally fine. Just keep to anything that is not labeled with the S or the side quest, and you'll be good to go. And this is a quest.
Oh.
Bad news about Desiree's watch is worse than I thought. I haven't got the right parts. I need 3 blue chains. Wait, but I do have it.
So yep, there you go.
Great, I can fix it now. It still blows me away that this... Oh, it's working perfectly now. Desiree will be glad. So the Desiree quest, for example, is actually like a higher priority. So going back to talk to her will actually get us something.
Mm-hmm.
What was I going to say? I don't know. It's super impressive they managed to get this game on the Wii. Like
you mean on the Switch?
No, on the Wii. Like
on
back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously they've upped the textures and the quality and whatnot, but like they really haven't expanded the game much. For the...
Oh, look at those critters!
Yep. That is a Nopon caravan.
I want to know if those are Pangodons
I know we find
or
them,
something.
we
I'm
find
just
out
trying to
the-
think if they're like... They look like pangolins, so I'm going to say Pangodons.
Yeah, something like that.
That's my guess for their funny name.
Armus.
Armus? So armadillo.
Yeah.
Ah.
Hello.
Have you got any yolkless flabby eggs? Make the best omelets. I want to make one for my girl. You think you could bring me one?
Yolkless? But yolks are the best part.
You're really gonna help me out. Nice one. You should be able to get them from the flammy around here. Sleepy already?
I'm just thinking about the eggs. And how I love yolks.
Yolks are pretty dang good.
I mean, obviously, they're just a pile of cholesterol, but... Eh? Oh, also, heart-to-heart spot.
Yep, but we don't have the right
for
people.
Other character combinations.
Yep.
Wait, can you only have 2 party members at a time?
3.
3, okay, so... But she's sitting out of this one because she doesn't want to go to the caves.
Yep.
Good day.
I lost the tool for work. I don't know what to do. Without that, I can't even make enough money to eat. You couldn't find it for me, could you? He wants his spanner.
Oh.
I really owe you one. I left it back in the commercial district the last time I went to work.
Quest completed.
Oh, can't platform up that. Oh well.
There was a guy on the ground that was saying, like, chastising him.
Must be an idiot. Talk to her and you'll see. No, actually, he's talking to himself. He gives a quest later, I think? I could be wrong.
Oh, did you find the house key?
Yep. We got the house key, and then we, then these guys leveled up, so they got real excited about it for a bit.
Yeah.
They could feel the power. Take a look at the map.
Well, Key Lady was in the main square.
Yep. So,
But you also had Desiree to speak with.
yeah. And she's in bed. So I think what I'm going to do... Change time. I'm just imagining these guys just stand there staring into the distance, waiting for the time to pass.
Yes, no. Where's my shiny treasure? I get sad if I don't look at it every day. I'd be really happy if you finded it for me. Thank you. I never leave Residential District, so it around here somewhere. Please, you have to find my treasure.
Who's there?
Hey there, young'un. Oh, care to lend an ear to the oldest person in Colony 9. Could you go into more detail? Yeah, we might be able to help. It's the same old problem. You know what I'm on about. My back's playing up again. I suppose you know what I need. Bring me some medicinal brog oil. That stuff works as a treat on my old back. You look fitter than anyone, Gramps. You exercise every day, don't you? I just endure the pain and fake a smile like I'm hunky-dory. Please help an old man get back on his feet, won't you?
Also, those biscuits are probably stale in your knapsack.
Thanks for that, young'un. It means a lot to this old-timer. Give him medicinal brog oil from the brogs around here. No problem. Leave it to me. That's right. We can handle it.
Where's the biscuit kid?
I don't know. We'll find him somewhere.
He'll go, oh, but my biscuits, they're cold.
I'm pretty... So, unless it shows up with a...
A timer or something.
Yeah, I think all of the ones with the exclamation mark are...
Biscuits for Grandson has a...
Yeah, I don't remember what the symbol is that implies that
look,
they're time sensitive.
They have a little dot next to them. Some of them do.
Oh, maybe that's what... Oh, no. That means we've just...
We have the item.
Progressed the... That just means we've, like, made progress on the quest.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's new. I think it's just new.
Well,
I've been getting complaints from customers. Sorry to ask, but could you get me some kind of glowing rocks? Thank you. That should stop me getting any more complaints. Wait, so she said that people just she wanted to have lights around her shop?
Yeah, she just wants to distract people.
well. I used to see this bug all around around all the time, but now it's gone. I'd like to see it again. Could you catch it for me? Really? Great.
I think that was a hornet.
Thank you so much. You never know unless you ask.
I think straight up she's asking for a hornet. A giant hornet.
A giant
Lady.
hornet?
Lady, we need to have a talk here. A very specific talk about why. See, the music is a bit loud. It gets quiet at points, but yeah, I can turn it down a smidge. It's always hard to balance audio.
Hmm?
I'm just not great at it.
There's a lady soldier over there.
Yep, but we're here for that shiny treasure. Okay, I can't get over these.
And what was this? Oh, something important that helps her sleep at night.
Yep. That was the Nopons.
Mm-hmm. The special treasure.
Yep.
Wasn't the Nopon backways?
So certain quests, you can go back, or like, certain quests they will say like, yeah, sorry, you will actually like want to go back to them and turn it in.
Mm-hmm.
And other quests they're just like, yep, nope, we've somehow warped it back to them.
Wait, that one warped it back to her?
Yep. So you don't have to go back for all of them. Same thing with this one. So we got the shiny rocks. I don't remember those quest markers. I think those are actually new. Anyway, so we're gonna just wander around and do a bunch of other things for a little bit. We can bring the... What? What?
Your foot.
Yeah? Okay, fine. But yeah, we've got, I think, all of the side quests that are available right now. Because that is just go back to Desiree. Oh, nope, never mind. We got 3 there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, alright. In that case, let's go pick up these. We'll just handle all the other side.
They have a lot of warp points.
Yep,
I'm actually
it's
happy
super
about
nice.
that.
Gosh, these load times are fast. It used to be ages back in the day.
What's up?
There's some lake flammy on the beach near the anti-air battery 1. Could you take a couple of them out for me?
Flammy.
Flammy!
Are those sheep?
What's up?
I don't I don't remember. Or Lake Flammy. This guy has it out for the Flammy. And the Crabbles.
Kill so many animals.
Yeah. I kind of wish they just had a bounty board for a lot of these just kill X quests. Instead of talking to characters, just walk up to it and it's like, eliminate everything.
Look at how cute she is. Or is this a different one?
Different one. Like I said, we already sent the blue stone back to the one lady.
I think what makes them so adorable is that they have that little, the curled up mouth.
Yeah.
And then the giant cheek blushes. And they're also so roly-poly.
They are. So the quest markers are new. They're new, and thank goodness. I agree. That's going to save me so much time.
Me run out of materials for my research. But too busy to go get more. Friends, maybe, go get for me? Friends will really go. Thank you. Crabble's always dropping small shells.
Gosh, that is going to be so nice. Nope, nope. There's one more. Yeah. One more over here. Yeah, these quality of life changes are nice.
Yes. Do you know about Evil Rangrot? It's on Tefra Hill. I've been ordered to go kill it myself. That's impossible for one person. Can you go and do it for me?
Wait. Oh, well then.
Thank you. It's a really strong monster, so be careful.
I like it how they're just sending out the local nerd. The R&D guy.
To go do all the work for the soldiers?
Yep. So this is the first Xenoblade game. Yes. And they're all virtually standalone. You could play any and all of them independently of each other and it'd be totally fine. That said, these aren't exactly the first Xeno games, because there was also Xenogears and
Xenosaga.
Yeah. Which,
wait, they're all by the same studio?
Yes. So originally...
Because I remember Xenosaga or Xenosaga being with the girl with the weird...
by the same guy.
Oh, okay.
I forget the name of them. Like who the guy is, but he's the current head of Monolith Soft. Okay. He's the one that came up with the Xeno series. And the weird part is Xenogears, Xenosaga, and then Xenoblade. Tetsuya Takahashi, there we go. He worked for Squaresoft.
Okay, so he wanted to have his own...
Yeah, and that was Xenosaga, I believe. And
branch.
Apparently, like, he talked about, what was it called? He was talking about Final Fantasy Spirits Within, and working on that burnt him out so hard.
Oh, the Spirits Within movie?
Yeah, that he actually quit Squaresoft entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho. I want friends to defeat Wallslide Gwynry in Magmel Runes. Other day I almost get eaten by Gwynry and smaller critters. That was my dying day. Answer of Strong Warrior. Bash monsters on head. Yeah, Squaresoft was Xenogears. Got it. Yeah, also got its funding cut. Which is a bit of a tragedy, because I think all of them were super inventive. And well made. So, now we go on Murder Rampage.
Slay all the animals.
Yep. And I'd say it's a bit of a shame that you know, things got... you got kind of screwed over in that regard. At the same time, from what I know now of, like, what... from what I know now of, like, what... what Monolith Soft has to do, it seems like they got a pretty sweet deal. They do a lot of support work for Nintendo, but they also get, I'm not going to say unlimited budget. Let's see, right. That's how I lock onto something.
Everyone, let's go! This one's mine.
But they get near unlimited budget to work on what they want. Or ish. I don't really know how it works for them, but I don't know. I'm glad. And it seems like every iteration of, like, the Xeno games get better.
Right, let's do this. Leave it to Roy.
Because Xenoblade, like, I played a little bit of Xenogears, and I thought it was neat.
What?
but
What was
I
the
found it
playstyle
to
or
be
the
much
premise of
more
I can
anime.
always count on you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the one with Cosmos. I could be wrong.
Look,
up, Shell?
Cosmos is Xenosaga.
Let's go.
Oh, is Cosmos Xenosaga? Shoot. Yeah,
Well, the girl with the very long bluish purple hair.
okay.
Take this.
Our friend Maria, from my anime club in high school, she specifically she was trying to be impish. She was having a lot of trouble in a boss fight and like was absolutely destroying her. So we were over there for a one of our usual parties.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Oh man, Wander, have you ever played Xenogears?" And I was like,
But,
"Nope."
but if it was Cosmos, then it was Xenosaga.
It must have been Xenogears. I could be
Okay.
wrong. Okay. It was whatever the one on the PS2 was.
There's so many animus.
There's a
Wait,
lot of
wait, wait!
animals.
Look at it's a giant one.
Yep. That's one of the bosses we have to kill. But so she hands it to me and I just like crushed the boss. I felt so bad. Because she was
The verdant blue.
Let's do this.
the verdant
Mine.
blue.
Bring it on. Ha! We can definitely
Level
do
5.
this.
Well, it's a good thing you guys are level 6.
Yep. Oh, right. I should probably go visit the equipment merchant.
Yeah! Boom! I'm powering up. All right, I'm feeling it. Now it's Ryan's time.
Yeah, the one problem is Shulk is like the only healer for the first. Ow!
Take this.
Yeah, ow.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while. We might actually run into some problems.
I'm powering up. We can definitely do this.
Looks like you're on. Oh no, this isn't good for you. Is there a way to tactically retreat?
Yep.
Wow, down.
Can you call him away?
Everyone, make a run for it.
Nope, too bad. Wait, oh, okay,
Yeah, we made
Did
it away
recover.
already. Okay. I probably should have done this a while ago. Oh, there's apparently a quest back there.
Have you collected enough shards to potentially upgrade your weapon?
No. However, if we can find a shop. I thought the shops were marked.
Can we hand in all those items?
We have been this entire time.
Okay.
Like, every time we complete a quest, it just warps the resources back.
Hmm.
Okay, I am clearly misremembering where the shops are.
The shop is all the way at the front. Just when you enter the town.
Ah, that's what it is. Oh, it is the tent.
Well,
Okay, here we go. Joe, what is up? You are very quiet.
Well, it's unfortunately one of those situations where it's kind of MMO side quest mode.
A little bit, yeah.
I believe you described it that way before, where you just have a bunch of fetch quests.
Okay, what is the difference here?
The acrylic driver, an iron pike, and a rusty garter.
So Rusty Garter has slightly higher physical stats. Like physical defense and ether defense, but it has much lower damage. Iron Pike is definitely more damage related. And those are for Fiora. Because
Are they also rank S?
for whatever reason the Rusty Garter
The defense knives look like they're worth a lot. At least they have a different color denotation.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a compare button. That's great. So less blocking, but a bonus stat to everything else.
Yeah, so the question is, do I want slightly more defense with the Rusty Garter?
But that's making the auto attacks go down.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go for the all-rounder.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, armor.
Yeah, and I think both of these characters can wear them, yeah? Cool.
Oh, now you did start off with a lot of money though, because you'd played
Yep.
the Xenosaga 2 game.
So I'm probably gonna go... Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Not bikini tops.
Oh. Okay. Medium, light. Ah, right. There's also the 9 top, which has a slot. The S means a slot, The U means it's already got a
An item already equipped.
yeah, that is like built into it.
Imperial Cuirass. That's the fantastical way of spelling it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna squander a lot of money here.
Invidious Prodigal.
Buy money. Hey, so we can also learn skills. Oh, wait. Oh, this
Why
lets
are you
them
wasting
learn
so much money?
because we have a lot of it, and a lot of these are going to be really helpful for like a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, talk to me, Shell.
Yeah?
Because... Oh, right. One thing I really like about this game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these are heavy. Shoot.
No, those can only go on him then. Do they actually have different models?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so...
Most games don't do that.
There's a lot of recolors.
Ah, that looks cool.
Yeah, I never got this because it was too expensive. But now we get to look like sci-fi soldier men. So yeah, there are a lot of recolors. So it's not quite as cool sometimes. But it's still fine. Alright, well, I'll get Shulk a different hat. He is very green. That's super cool looking.
Wait, but I like what Shulk wearing. Does he need a
Well,
hat?
no. I want to get him a new helmet at the very least.
Oh, is the prototype helm the helm that... Is he wearing Imperial?
No. Shulk, I don't think... Shulk, I don't remember what Shulk has, actually.
Yeah, what is he wearing? Imperial.
Here's the other cool thing. So this is the Imperial helm.
It's just some kind of weird chic flourish
Yeah, I
on one
don't
side.
really know.
It's like coming off on one side.
But there's cosmetic slots now. That's actually super helpful. I don't remember there being cosmetic slots.
Oh, so in a way, it's like the transmog system that you have in other games where you're able to make, if you like a certain type of armor, but you want to be able to...
So quick spoilers for Xenoblade Chronicles X. They had the same system. And I remember really loving it.
Are you buying another one?
Yeah, to put it on Rhine.
Ah, it doesn't match his stuff.
What?
Oh, what?
Yeah, it does. It's an Imperial set. It's the prototype that won't. But he can't wear it yet.
Mm-hmm.
It also isn't as necessary. But cosmetic slots are so nice. They had it in X. They didn't have it in 2, but that's because 2 didn't actually have unique... Ah, there's more side quests! I think you unlock them as you get higher levels or complete other quests. I forget. Let's see.
Now, do the cosmetics come over into the cutscenes, or do they go back to their normal clothes?
We are going to look like this for cutscenes. They're all in engine. Yeah.
Huh? I mean, I suppose it makes sense that they're in engine.
Works for me.
They don't really look rendered.
Hi.
Oh, are you the interfering do-gooder everyone's been talking about?
I've got a big favor to ask you. Could you find Miller for me?
Sounds like you got a problem. Alright, let's hear this problem of yours.
He's a habitual slacker, and I just don't know what to do with him. He always runs away as soon as he sees me coming. I haven't so much as spoken a word to him lately. He's the only subordinate I have, so I can't just ignore him.
Good to see how young Captain hasn't changed. I forget his voice, whatever.
Rhine, you look like you need some work. Surely you can help me out.
You asking for help again? You have to do this stuff yourself sometimes.
I know, but you know how fast Miller can run, don't you? He can get away from me in 3 seconds. I need your help.
Hey.
Thank you. I'll be sure to reward you when you find him.
No problem. Leave it to me. That's right, we can handle it.
Well, I mean, for one, you're not using a British accent.
Yeah.
So that's the major thing. Actually, yeah.
There's the new weapon. It looks goody-ish. Okay, next up, so that's where Miller is. I'm gonna grab this quest real quick, too. Yeah, One thing I also noticed is they front load the quest pretty hard. That it's actually most egregious in this town and like 2 other places.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's not as bad. It's still kind of bad, but it's the initial town really gives you a lot.
Me?
Oh, who's that?
Oh, Nira want a friend. Not many Nopon in colony, so Nira has no friend to play with.
Sounds like you've got a problem. You're not getting us mixed up into someone else's problems again. You're too soft, you are. Still, Shulk's gotta be Shulk. I know you want to help just as much as I do, so let's hear what's up.
Thank you. Their homeboy called Lucas. Nira wants to be friends with him.
Can't you make friends yourself?
No, Nira too scared to.
I'm trying to encourage you, kid. Never mind, guess we can help.
Nira wrote letter, but too afraid to give it to him myself. Please, can't you take for me?
Oh, Nira does look really tiny.
Nira waiting for you.
No problem, leave it to me. That's right, we can handle it.
And don't read letter.
Can you look at close at Nira? Is this what a Nopom child is supposed to be? Aw. Oh!
The little butterball with a hat.
It's
Alright, this
tiny.
game, I didn't know this game had first person. It's
Oh,
not
it's a little
great.
disorienting.
It's bad. Come here, kid. The roving camera wishes to speak with you. What do you want? A letter from who? Nira, I'll read it now. Gosh, that's actually a kind of cool outfit for a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Tell Nira I want to be friends with him. I just wanted a Nopon friend. It should be really fun.
The children want Nopom friends so they can use them as kickballs.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It's like, I can't wait to play kickball with him.
Oh, look at that little face, though.
Lucas read Nira's letter? Lucas, such nice boy to agree to be Nira's friend.
I'm glad everything worked out.
Thank you. Nira, go play now.
We don't want to do this all the time, though.
First person mode?
Yeah.
No, heck no. I'm already feeling queasy just from the FOV. So I want to show something, by the way. Here's the affinity chart. So there's the party, but we can also go to Colony 9, which just has all of the different characters. We can see what things that we can trade for.
Ah, mm-hmm.
The other thing is you can see when they're available.
Someone called Dionysus.
Nira is apparently 12.
Oh, you can see their ages?
Yep. The other thing is, if you notice, there's 5 stars.
That's completion level?
That's affinity level.
Oh.
So you can also see how characters feel about each other.
Wait a minute. So you're definitely friends with him, but kind of mediocre with the other members?
Yeah, but we can also give gifts. There's like a number of things we can do. But yeah, so we can also see the affinity charts between all the NPCs.
Huh?
There is some stuff in this game. But yeah, so
are we supposed to encourage these people to become friends?
with side quests and gifts and a bunch of other things, yeah, kind of. It's not so bad.
How often are we coming back? I thought that this was going to be some harrowing adventure where we'd go from body part to body part.
No, you come back a lot.
You come back a lot?
Yeah. Like,
I want you to find the Nopom veggies. Like, that guy keeps trying to push them on you.
I don't know.
The purple
There's the
Nopom.
guy. Also, they're all apparently 18.
Main characters?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, Captain Leader wants me to go back, does she? What's it with that woman? Can't she come find me herself? Anyway, I don't want to make any trouble for you. I'll go back.
Quest updated.
Burp.
Ah! Ah!
Let's see.
That weapon looks ridiculous.
These tanks?
No. The sword. that's on.
Oh, the
Ryan's
acrylic
guy.
driver? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi.
Oh, excellent job. I was right to trust you with this. Miller's learned his lesson and promised not to slack off again.
I'm glad everything worked out. Right. It was well worth the effort.
Until now, bad luck's kept me from achieving my dream. Now, I can finally move forward. Thank you.
Bang. We
Oh.
got some stuff.
Yeah, you did get some armor.
Yep. Okay. So I think I'm gonna warp us back here, and we're just gonna start knocking out some of these quests. We'll have an infinite amount to do, but oh, I think some of these monsters only. Nope. Never mind. We just had to get down lower.
I mean, there's bizarre bat creatures. I don't know if you ever fought them before.
Yeah. Give me a second.
Oh, those are the bangs, of course.
Let's do this. Let me at 'em.
Bats.
There's a way to throw a rock. Absolutely a way of chucking a rock. Oh.
It's too bad you don't have a ranged character that can shoot arrows or something.
Right. Let's do this. I hate these things. Turn. Strike.
There we go.
Eat this. We got through that pretty good.
There we
Man,
go.
What a bunch of jokers.
So yeah, I'd swear you can throw a rock at them, but I guess you can only throw a rock.
Right. Let's do this. Leave it to
Yeah,
Ryan.
how else are you supposed to lure them down? Also, Ryan's underwater. There we go.
Yeah.
That piranha.
We can't lose. Let me at him.
You're an axe.
I know we get a ranged character later.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder. I'm gonna wait until nighttime. Maybe that'll do it. Because it seemed like there were more here. Okay,
Eh,
there's the fish.
looks pretty normal to me.
Kiss it off. There we go.
Oh, this is Lake Magdalena.
Yep.
We haven't found the Magdalena herself yet.
Light heal. There's no end to them. What? I'm powering up. Backslash. Bring it on. You're a lifesaver. Eat this.
Yeah, so we have a whole bunch of enemies, but because we picked up all that extra gear, we're in a good spot to actually fight this guy, as opposed to previously.
Right. You're a lifesaver.
Wait, is this particular piranha? Oh yeah, he's a recolor, isn't he? He's
Yep.
orange as opposed to the
Yeah,
green.
there's slight differences.
It's just not as evident as the others. Oh, wait, do they have a giant eyeball on top of their head?
Yep.
Gross! They're Cycloptian.
I'm feeling it. Bring it on.
Right, is such a garbage.
Oh yeah, baby.
Okay, there we go. Oh, well, that.
Oh no! Ryan!
We can definitely do this.
Any way you can heal him? Soon?
Oh,
Snap out of it.
Okay, yeah, heal him.
unfortunately, Shulk is a pretty garbage healer.
Well, don't give up. I'm right next to you.
We might still have to come back to this one.
The boss fish are just, I mean, unless it's because you're being attacked by all the little ones too.
Bring it on. Okay, just one more left.
Yeah, they left. I'm not sure if it's worth it. Not here. Let's just go elsewhere. I'll come back to these guys.
So, what other animal-related quests do we have?
Many. I'm gonna bring us down the main story for at least a little while. There's gonna be a certain point where we're gonna have to, like, pull the brakes. Or pull the brakes, hit the brakes, and actually, work on other stuff, but I know there's like bonnets and collection quests that we can do that are not nearly as problematic.
Ooh, the cliff lake.
Yep. Yeah, so there's a bunch of little water areas and a lot of things to fight.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to beat on things.
Travels.
Can't lose. Let me at 'em. I'm really feeling it. All right. I'm feeling
Now these are
it.
colony
Shulk.
travels.
Get stuck in. Ha! We can definitely do this.
I wonder if that means they have a more organized societal system.
Probably. I think they just came up with random names.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even sure if it's necessarily the same name in Japanese. Like, it could just be a random translation where they're like, I don't know, let's just come up with a bunch of names for recolors.
I'm really feeling it. Yeah, Shulk. Get stuck in. We can definitely do this.
So, accents. That was something that people were particularly, I'm gonna say, divisive about.
When it came to the game, or what?
I'm feeling it.
Oh, I guess it's the exclamation mark means it's,
Because as I recall, this game was voiced by it was voiced over in England, probably.
yeah. And that was something that people found to be kind of annoying. I'm really glad for it. I just remember it was like one of the big criticisms of...
Well, some of the characters do sound a little kind of like the young, naive sort.
Yeah, kind of.
But well, and also, if you notice, their accents are quite heavy, too. But it's fun.
Yeah. I would prefer a thick and interesting accent.
Right. Let's do this. This
Let's
one's
see.
mine.
Are people talking about not being able to get into the combat? The Xenoblade has a weird...
I think the problem is it's not over the shoulder and it's really zoomed out.
Yeah.
And you just have you have health bars and stuff above your characters.
I mixed on
It
it.
really does remind me of an MMO.
It does. And I think that absolutely was the inspiration. I appreciate it because it's faster than... Whoops. Well, it's faster than most... most like regular RPGs, especially later on once we have like a full team combo, and it makes like positioning and stuff matter. Alright, there we go. I was talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which I thought was terrible. 2 was very difficult to learn. Once you got used to it, I liked it enough. I didn't really like the blade switching, though. I found like that started to become less fun.
Now, was that because the character could split into the two characters?
Well, that was
Blade.
that only complicated it further. But no, you could have 3 blades equipped, I think it was.
Oh.
And so you would constantly switch between them to get around like long cooldowns.
I see. Oh, a soldier fight.
That's a fair bit better than what
Mm-hmm.
I gave him. Because yeah, he's got the acrylic driver. Look at that damage bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and 2, you have so much comboing. Yep. And I think there's fun to be had with that. I just found it to be very difficult to...
Ah! They're wielding weapons! Junk bunnets.
Yep.
They're learning.
More enemies.
Oh, I think we pissed off the
The
boss.
alpha bunnet.
Yep.
Oh, speedy ramshide.
Bring it on. Hang in split edge.
That doesn't look good.
It's not.
Especially because,
They're
yeah,
wrecking them. I just wanted to
they've
kill-
almost killed Ryan. Better get out of here.
All right. I'm feeling it. There's no end to them.
Bye.
Just
Apparently
don't
we
run
picked up
into
some
any-
crabbles up in this too.
Yep.
Let's see. Well,
Oh, yep.
it's
That
just
one's seen
one.
you.
Yeah, unfortunately, Shulk is not supposed to be the main healer. A completely different character is the main healer, and you don't get her until like maybe 5-6 hours in. It takes a little bit to do him. I didn't find it too bad though.
So what was the thing that they were supposed to slay?
You mean story-wise? There's weird lizard things.
There was also that thing that you had to kill for the lady.
Yeah. Well, we've got the That's one of the brogs over there.
Ah.
We can definitely do this. Bring it on.
This one has some pretty good defenses.
Well, I mean, it is a crab.
Well, he
With
also
his
had
shield.
the shield claw.
Alright, there's the cute brog, but I'm gonna wait
The
until
cute
Ryan feels
frog.
better.
Right. Let's do this. Let me at him.
I don't really know cute on this thing.
You're really getting into this, right?
It's interesting. It has ears.
I'm feeling it.
Yep. Yeah, they've...
You know, now that I think about it, I've never seen a reptile with ears.
Bring it on. You're a lifesaver.
I don't believe it exists.
Yeah.
They usually just have holes on the side of their head, kind of like
Interesting.
birds.
Yeah.
It's too easy. Who else wants some?
Maybe they...
Ears are kind of like, you know, having some kind of ear flap or something is a very mammalian thing.
Oh. I wonder why specifically.
Maybe it's because
Let's do
of,
this. Let me
well, it's weird because
Ah!
birds communicate so often.
But birds are also kind of loud, so maybe they don't need to hear that well.
Yeah, I think ears are supposed to catch more minute sounds.
I know owls.
Right, we can definitely
Well, owls
do this.
have their ears in completely different directions, and they're very low on their heads. Those little feathers that are sticking out aren't ears at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing about owls is one eardrum like points one way and the other points the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
That's in part why they're constantly turning their heads around. That and they can't move their eyes. Owl eyes are fixed in one position. So, it's that, yep. They have to swivel around all the time.
Back down we go, sup cute brogs. Ow, that actually hurt.
Ah!
Oh well.
All right, I'm feeling it.
I do really wish I could turn off battle voices. That's one thing that, like, I think has become a major pet peeve of mine.
Oh, yeah, and the fortunate thing is a lot of JRPGs have given us the option in the past to turn off battle
It was way worse
Battle
in
chatter.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Like, the characters were
screaming all the time and stuff.
all the time.
I mean, they're still doing it now.
Yeah, but it's not as bad. Like, there was a lot of yelling.
Nice one.
A lot more yelling?
Not long now.
I don't really know how to describe it. I just remember being mildly grumpy of just like how much I had to listen to. And it was actually like a point of contention because I was straight up trying to like turn it off and people were like, no, turn it back on, I want to hear that. I'm like, I can't talk over this. It too has 6 characters in the party. Yeah, that has a lot to do with it. I know you can turn the voices off, but can you turn the battle voices off? Because that's the thing. Or maybe that is it.
Oh, is it cutscene voice versus game voice?
Huh.
Wait.
Maybe
okay.
maybe that is it.
Let's see.
Yeah. Let's see. Do we think we can fight the big caterpillar yet?
What level are you?
I'll wait.
And the last time you fought him, did you have the armor or no?
I did not. Nor did I have the new weapons or a bunch of other things.
Okay, so you might be better equipped, but who knows?
Yeah. Or I could just actually do a little bit of story stuff more side quests and then be perfectly fine. Because yeah, we've still got this is where you're supposed to go next. If you notice these guys are level 2.
These are
yeah,
just the hand
I am
buttons.
mildly over-prepared at this point. So what is your least favorite JRPG trope?
I mean, I'd still have to say overall, just the very young, excitable female harem that slowly starts to form around a main male character, and the majority of them are in scantily clad outfits and have just giant bouncing knockers.
So it's a good
That's
thing we
my
did
pet
not
peeve.
play Xenoblade Chronicles 2 together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had complaints about that game, but you would have had so many more.
I mean, I remember looking over and seeing the whole business with the 2 characters who were actually one character. Well, one character that was actually 2 characters, and them both liking the main protagonist.
I mean, they were kind of split personality on the same person.
And didn't they both say something along the lines of they wanted to share him?
Yeah, and at the end of the game, they do.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah, one that's actually 2, that's actually one person, but eventually is 2 people. That... I get it. But it's just like... I had lost respect. I started that game being like, oh, you know, it's kind of an impressionable young character. I can get into this. Okay.
From a little I saw of that game, the character that I liked the most was the girl with the cat ears.
The girl with the cat ears, the 2 supporting main characters, oh gosh, why am I totally blanking on her name?
It was started with an M, wasn't it? Like
I forget.
Misha or something. Or Nia? Okay.
Nia, there we go. Yeah,
I
Nia
know it
was
started with,
great.
like, me or me, but
She had a great accent too. Like, the voice actress for Nia tried so hard in comparison to everybody else. I really liked her. And then, of course, she's in love with the main character too, and you're just like, oh, come on. He sucks.
Well, also, it's weird because he seemed like such a young boy who wasn't really interested in that anyway. He's like, I want to be friends. Yay.
M was Morag. Morag was great. Zeke was great. I think I just didn't like the main the main character. Like, what's his face and Pyra were just so much less interesting than anybody else. Because Zeke was like the disgraced son of the Hermit Kingdom, effectively.
So then again,
Rex, there we go.
if you think about it, don't a number of series suffer from that? That the main characters are in part the focus, but then also being the hero, they have a different mold and a different purpose. Whereas the side characters are usually more, I would say, focused characters. They each have a specific strength or trait that defines them, and they can be wild and really out there compared to the main characters.
It just feels like
the main characters have to be more reserved in a sense.
Well, or they have to be outgoing. It's like a weird swing. Either the character is young, impressionable, and over exuberant, or edgy as hell.
Older and jaded.
Yeah. You know, it's very difficult to find a character that actually...
Yeah, that's another thing too. Then people are mentioning that the main character can also be a mute. And not like mute in universe, but they don't get a personality or characterization. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I actually really do enjoy characters that have their own personality as main protagonists, I should say. It's interesting now that I think about it, because some of the games I grew up playing didn't have a well fleshed out protagonist. They were the mute ones. I'm specifically thinking of say, Link or Samus and such.
I think for both of those, the character didn't matter too much.
Mm-hmm. It was who they interacted with and what they perceived of them.
Yeah, silent protagonists are not good. With one exception. Two, I feel like if Link started talking, it would be weird. Link should either be quiet, reserved, and polite, or an absolute grump, like in Wind Waker.
I mean, there was that animated series that I still haven't seen.
It's miserable. It's terrible. I've tried watching it.
Is it just because they're arguing all the time?
Excuse
No one
me,
is likable.
princess.
Hollow Knight was a great silent protagonist. No. Leah. From
Crosscode.
Crosscode, there we go. I was like, it's not Code Vein, but I can't stop thinking that one. But Leah from Crosscode is 100% the best silent protagonist I've ever seen.
But they explain why she's silent. And she slowly gains the vocabulary.
She does, and it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a silent protagonist where it makes sense. Most of the time, it doesn't.
Oh, engines.
Yep.
Are these giant engines? They look
Yeah,
like
these are giant engines. And the butt of the spaceship. Whee!
You would die from this height.
Oh yeah, 100%. This
Actually,
would be fatal.
I wonder what the maximum height one could fall into water would be.
I think if you do it exactly perfectly, it's not so bad. How the heck do you fight these things?
Because look at the drops that Olympic divers take. Oh, these are the flammy. So they're flamingos. Ah.
But yeah, I want to get all of the side quests down before we do too much of the plot. There's a certain point where we go back down to a party of 2.
Mm-hmm.
And we stay that way for at least a little while.
Yeah.
And so the sooner I can get all these quests done with party of 3 instead, the better. Even though Fiora is not a healer. Actually,
oh, look, it's more of those armadillos.
Yep, we gotta kill a couple.
No, the poor things. Why?
Baby Armus.
They're babies. No.
Somebody wanted them dead.
No. Oh, the poor babies. Why?
Don't know.
Oh, people are saying soft leather. Is that what it was, the quest?
Oh, that's so sad. Oh, we only had to kill one. They had fresh Armu milk. It was carrying around.
Maybe it was in their stomachs.
Gross.
That is gross.
Hey, Ryan. Yeah? Open her up. Okay.
Can you imagine that? Stealing milk, undigested milk from
good.
the
Now I can chuck rocks.
corpse of a baby animal. That's just so cruel.
It's messed up. Hey. Yeah, I definitely agree with the whole, like, when the villain is just the embodiment of evil. That's one thing I did like about Persona 5, is that the villain was definitely like a... Oh, see, now I can just chuck a rock at everything.
Yeah, so...
I guess we just hadn't unlocked that feature.
I mean, obviously, in this game, the villains of a sort are the mechons, but they're machines, and they don't really seem to have a sentient entity at their command, at least not unless we confirm whether or not that old man with the glowing eyes and seemed to be connected to a bunch of tubes or whatever, who knows what he was, if that was actually some kind of driving force. But, you know, why?
Okay, done with that. Let's see.
Because at this point, it just seems like...
What are some of the best? JRPG sort of villains. Yep. Oh, we got it. Nice shot, Ryan. He just whomped it. Hey, and that's the last of the
I
bangs.
haven't played too much for JRPGs.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it now, and I've actually finished Precious Few.
Because
Like-
we were playing those ones like I Am Setsuna and...
I Am Setsuna was just a dude that got, like, absolutely messed up and turned into the boss, and then just wrecked the world. Which I thought was kind of cool.
Well, no, I thought there was a monster thing that we had to sacrifice.
Well, yeah, but that was a guy who had, like, crazy magic powers. And
Well, then there was
like,
also the moon person from the second game, which we never actually finished. And then there was the third game where it was
just a demon.
the lady
Well, it was
and
like
her demon. Yeah. I don't know.
I just don't feel passionate about those games. Like, I feel kind of bad because they're really inventive and charming.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, there was just nothing going on. I don't know how to describe it. There we go. Unfortunately, Shulk does not have a good weapon yet. Or really his weapon. I don't actually remember how the Monado stats up in this game. I'd say I hope that really isn't much of a spoiler, but it really should not be. Alright, Brock. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, and it's like, it's weird. I've played a lot of JRPGs over the years. And yet not? I guess
Well, they do take a very long time.
yeah, they're
to
just so
complete.
long that I think it feels like I've played so many of them, but I've actually only played a handful. Because I've played a bunch of Final Fantasy games, but I actually have never finished most of them because they're long. 10 was pretty good. I like 10 a lot.
I'd have to say that, I mean, this is not a JRPG, but I'd have to say that one of the
Wow.
most intriguing villains that I recall in a game would be Treya from Knights of the Old Republic 2. Again, I suppose it's kind of spoilers, but she was your party member for a while.
I like it when they do that. I think that's good. I wish there were more games
And she was also...
that would let you clue into that earlier, though.
Mm-hmm. And she also wasn't a villain in the sense of, and especially in Star Wars, when things seem to be very polarized between the light and the dark side. She was, I mean, yes, a Darth, so therefore, you know, among the Sith, but she had a goal that would have resulted in potentially the destruction of the Force. So, no. I like the armor.
Battle armor it is.
Yeah. Because that stuff just looks really cool.
It does. Swimming sandals?
No. Wait, what? Why are they giving them the Sora treatment?
With the big toes?
With the big toes.
I don't know. Water gets to play Barbie.
Eh.
I guess. Okay, so what other quests do we have? Let's see, can I...
Wait, do we have follow-up
Current.
quests?
There we go.
It looks like we might
We
have
don't
a lot
have
of
too
follow-up
many.
quests.
So Broken Watch, just gotta go back to Desiree when she's there.
Are the ones with crowns the completed ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still haven't found the grandson. Okay.
Yeah, we still need to give him those biscuits that are now probably long stale.
Sorrow Beetle.
Oh.
It's just a sad beetle. Alright.
Oh, there's the piranha again.
Yep, and
You
this
can beat it now
time,
with
we're actually...
three party
we should be able
members?
to do this.
Well, also, you're 11. Magdalena's behind you guys.
Yeah. For whatever reason, we're focused... There we go. I couldn't focus onto it, I think because I hadn't aggroed it yet.
Looks like the ant is coming into the fray. Nah, maybe
I'm
it's
not
just gonna
terribly
stand
worried about
aside
it.
and wait.
This is why I wanted 3 party members for this, instead of doing the plot, because, this is a lot easier.
Yep.
I can't really hit it.
Going out into the deep water.
There we go.
But quest complete.
So much easier. Ah. Okay, what are some of your favorite tropes? Mine is always the, like, the world is actually, like, super post-apocalyptic. Here's why.
So you just like having the survivor situation?
Kind of, yeah. Let me think. What are
I
some...
mean, for me, I always enjoy different magic systems, and when there are like summons and spirits and such, I do notice that in a lot of JRPGs you have summons, which you don't really have in a lot of American games. Don't you notice that?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe in some Western games you have a little like sidekick or a pet. But I think for a while it was doable in JRPGs in part because of turn-based combat. Whereas with more complicated AI, you ran into issues of the pet not performing. Whereas if you were directing every movement and every attack, then it made sense to have a pet and utilize it.
Is it just me, or do they browse TV tropes a lot? I don't, actually.
I definitely used to.
I do here and there. Like, TV tropes is something where I'll, like, go down the rabbit hole for, like, half an hour once a year. And be like, yeah, it's kind of good. I think my biggest problem is, in a lot of cases, it's just kind of this long list of, like, examples.
Well, the thing is, it is interesting how there are a lot of frequently reused
Tropes.
archetypes, and then also just world building. You always have they have things like the 5-man band or the 5 races and a bunch of other things that they list off, and it's interesting just how many series conform to that. And that's another thing I do like about a lot of JRPGs as well, though it's a double-edged sword. I like how a number of JRPGs have different races for the main characters. However, they usually don't make them look alien or fanciful enough. They tend to just be humans with wings for ears, or cat girls, or, you know, things like that.
Yeah. I mean, this game definitely has the humans with wings for ears.
That's why I specifically mentioned it. But for me, something like that would have been Okami. You remember the Celestials were like that.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a common thing in Japan. Like, do they have some kind of, probably not a yokai, but no, I don't think their version of benevolent spirits had wings associated with them.
There's a lot of yokai, though.
Mm-hmm. No, that's true. The giant fish? I thought we already fought the giant fish. The Magdalena?
I mean, there's a
killed
lot
it.
of other giant fish.
Well, there's also this island over here.
Yeah, no, some of these we actually have to stay away from.
Oh, okay. There's something nasty on it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, that's something...
Yeah,
oh,
throwing sardine,
the
level 71.
sardine. Get away from that sardine!
Yeah, I'll just stay away from it.
Sardines are yummy.
I guess?
I just remember as a child finding them. I mean, they could taste a little gross depending, but my dad liked getting canned sardines every once in a while. And it was, I would actually specifically pick out the spines to crunch on them separately from the meat. They were the best part.
I know my dad would break bones apart to eat the marrow.
Oh,
yeah. When we would eat at KFC. We would eat at KFC very often.
Wait, for chicken marrow? I thought marrow was more of a beef and pork thing.
Chicken marrow's not too bad. Admittedly, I've only had some of it, but like the bones were really weak because KFC.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're easy to just snap in half and, nom.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I like how when we went to your brother's graduation and we were given the option of lobster and such, how I was able to successfully dismantle the lobster without looking at the instructions that they had out.
Yeah.
Though I do feel bad for lobster. I used to be one of those people that would go and observe the lobsters in the lobster tank at Red Lobster because I enjoyed watching them. I mean, I grew up with fish, so I rather enjoyed going to... there were tons of restaurants that had fish of their own that weren't for eating, that were on display, but in a way it was kind of the same thought, if you will. Like, you have a tank at the front of the restaurant, but this, unfortunately, in the case of the lobsters, they were what was going to be offered for people's meals. I did feel bad for those lobsters.
Man, if you wanted to, you absolutely could just hit max level in this area without leaving.
Oh, because there are a lot of level 35s?
Level 35s, a couple level 70s. Like, it would take forever, but it's actually super doable.
Well, let's see. So, ooh, what are? Oh, it's more of those frogs. What?
Gentle Rodriguez
Gentle Rodriguez
is anything but and would destroy me handily.
Mm-hmm. Well then.
Yup. I'm just quick filling in the map before we go.
That is a massive frog.
Throw a rock at it.
A toad.
I would die so hard. I have died so far. Or so hard. Bleh.
Wait, I thought you haven't died.
But I have played this game before. Oh.
Yep, get away from that thrown sardine.
Yeah, these suckers will just pick you out of the water. Let's see.
Yeah, that looks like an entrance to something, but oh well.
I think this is one of the last areas.
Oh. Oh, no, those are resplendent flammies. There's no way you're getting near those. Ah! No! Not the sardine!
That's
just
new party
staying
member.
away from it. It's a good thing you don't have stamina issues.
Yep.
Oh my.
Never mind.
What happened?
I'm dead.
How did you die?
I
How?
don't know.
What did...
I just poof and dead. Well.
How did...
Importance of levels and equipment. Yeah, go figure.
Yeah.
Happens.
Why?
Okay, where the heck is this grandson?
They do spit. Yeah, we need to find the grandson. I thought he was supposed to be training.
Maybe he's there.
We need to find someone training.
Maybe he is there. I don't know. Go back.
Hey, there's a man in purple. Wait, blame the parents for what? I don't know what these people are talking about.
Just naughty kids.
Naughty children. Oh, hey, you have a, yeah.
this is the one we don't know
Heart
the
to heart?
characters.
Oh, you don't really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh well.
I wish it would be grayed out.
Mm-hmm. Or it doesn't show up until the characters are present.
Oh, you brought the oil. You young'uns ain't half bad. I'm glad everything worked out. My old back's feeling much better. I'm fit as a fiddle again. I can slip and slide along this road as much as I want. Woohoo!
Now, what part of the body did that oil derive from?
The brog. The entire brog. You just put it in the press and just squeeze until you get the brog oil. Don't mind the bits.
Because I don't mind the idea of getting oils from plants, but...
Ugh. Tastes awful. This rate, my curry ain't gonna be famous. It's gonna be infamous. That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, it's a problem.
It's life or death, mate. My curry's key ingredient is dance samples. They give it its flavor. My supplies almost run out. Problem is, I'm too busy to go and get any. You can't stop... Oh, but you can't stop making it. I'd die if I couldn't eat your curry. Plus, you don't charge extra for a bigger helping. You really like my curry? Well, thanks, mate. So, if you don't mind helping me out, I'll make it worth your while. We have 7 out of 5. Really don't mind? It's such a big help. I owe you big time. No problem. Leave it to me.
Yay! Curry.
You got him. Cheers, mate. Timing couldn't be better. Just now used up the very last of my dance apples. Anyway, this is a big help. I'm glad everything worked out. Nice one, Shulk. Let's keep up the good work. Of course. Nothing can stop us once we get going. You can come here for curry anytime you like. It's on the house.
I love curry.
Curry's pretty good.
Oh, look at that little one.
This one?
Take your lovely fresh snow pond veg.
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 Okay.
What is Vegemite? I've heard of it. I don't know what it is.
It's not great.
You've had Vegemite?
Yeah.
What is it?
My dad came back from a business trip once.
But what was it? Was it a drink? Was
Oh.
it a solid food?
It's a spread.
Oh.
Ether Forge is broken down. Oh, you don't look too bothered. Never mind. Just try coming back later. Okay, so we gotta come back after story stuff.
Was it like a hummus then? Or a...
It's like it's a paste. It's a very strong flavored paste.
Ah.
Is the best way I can describe it. I do not know where this dude man is.
Wait, it's made from beer refuse? So it's not made out of veggies? I mean, I know that beer refuse would have, what, barley and stuff? Or hops?
Oh.
Ooh.
Jirok is in the residential district.
People are asking about favorite curry styles.
Japanese.
I'm gonna have to say, Thai.
I like Thai curry, but there's something so incredibly satisfying about a good Japanese curry.
Mm-hmm.
I know the grandson is around here somewhere. I think. Wait. Quest log. She's in the residential district.
Ah.
Or no. Grandson Jirok. Jirok's in the residential district, training to win a fight against his older brother.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well. Change time. There he is.
Okay, people are asking what Japanese curry is. Well, so Japanese curry actually uses a lot of ingredient. Oh, there's Jirok.
What's up? You needed to see me for something. Those grandma's biscuits? She really shouldn't have gone to all the trouble. Thanks for bringing them for her. Please thank grandma for me as well.
Better get strong with those biscuits.
Gotta get strong because Granny filled you
Now-
full.
Okay, so Japanese curry, it is thick and... Oh, that's Desiree.
You fixed it? Thanks, Shulk. I'll take much better care of it from now on, I promise.
I'm glad everything worked out.
Yeah, I'm glad too. Shulk, what would you say if I told you I broke it on purpose? So I had an excuse to talk to you. Kidding.
Fiora is just over the shoulder.
Don't you dare get any ideas about
Ryan is just joining in because he doesn't understand.
consulting with Shulk. He's mine. Oh, come on now, calm down. I was only joking. Anyway, thanks again. You're so reliable.
Yeah, so Japanese curry, it's fairly thick. You usually have it with potatoes and carrots and meat. But what the interesting thing about it is it didn't really exist until merchants brought over curry powder from India to Japan. So I think the earliest it must have been made was the 1600s, I would say.
I think so.
And so the interesting thing is I think when you look at the ingredients, it does have some apple in it. That's why I think the Vermont curry specifically has a little bit more apple to it. But you usually get them as these thick blocks. And you need to add a lot of water to it to dissolve them. And then it really thickens up. The Thai curry that I like is it has a chili paste as its base, and then you use coconut milk to cook all of your ingredients. Usually a lot of vegetables and whichever meat you choose, though usually I think shrimp is preferred. And then it tends to have more of a sweet flavor. It uses a little bit of sugar as well as fish sauce. Fish sauce makes it interesting. Fish sauce on its own smells terrible. But I don't know. I really like Thai curry. And with Thai curry, there's different colors that are supposed to denote different flavors and also spiciness. So there's red, green, yellow, which tends to be the sort of the masaman, which is more common in areas where there's a Muslim presence. And I think it would be more, let's see, maybe it was Indonesia or Malaysia.
Oh man.
Might have more of that.
We need to see if we can find a specific Pakistani restaurant again.
Oh yeah.
Their variants
their-
were actually really good.
Their food is more reminiscent of Indian, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Indian curries are good too.
Indian curries are good too.
I mean, I really do like korma, vindaloo, and
I like them.
makhni. Makhni, if it's done really.
If you do makhni
well.
right, it is heavenly.
Mhm.
My
But
big
it is
issue.
very tomatoey and buttery.
Yeah, my big issue with both, but a lot of Indian food in general is it's afterwards I feel kind of gross.
I do find that when I eat Indian food, I feel kind of heavy and gassy afterwards.
We will definitely have days where like we go out for Indian food. and
Well,
we're
it
just
doesn't
like,
help that it's always a buffet.
Yeah.
That too. Whereas at other restaurants, you get a limited quantity.
Let's see. Quest log.
Have we read Addicted to Curry? No. We do have whole cookbooks dedicated to different curries. I actually made a really interesting African curry the other day. It had squash in it with onions and an amount of spices, but also coconut milk and specifically nut butter. We were supposed to have cashew butter, but I only had peanut butter on hand. And I suppose it works well enough as a substitute. But that was pretty thick and filling, and I really liked having butternut squash as a substitute for meat. It was good.
Okay, where the heck's the old lady? With the biscuits. Is it you? No.
Hmm.
I'm trying to find Biscuit Granny.
We're just making everyone hungry right now. Unfortunately. But Wander and I, for the most part, we subsist off of things
There
that
she
are
is.
curries or light curries. So I made stroganoff the other day, which is not necessarily a curry per se, but similar concept.
You took my biscuits to Jarok. Oh, he's such a good boy. So sweet.
I'm glad everything worked out.
I'd very much like Jarok to win. You're on his side too, aren't you?
We did provide him with the biscuits. He has swimming sandals now. Does that make you more swift in water? Or is
No,
it just...
the swimming sandals are just armor.